Happy Easter to everyone who, of course, celebrates it. And welcome. This is Griever, your guys' host, as always, bringing you guys the latest chapter 1009 of Inuyasha, apparently. Apparently it's Inuyasha because, I mean, the chapter title said Naraku, and I mean, Naraku, right? Like the main villain of Inuyasha? Naraku? Right? No, of course not. This is One Piece. One Piece chapter 1009. A very interesting chapter. A great chapter for those of us who believe that Zoro is a top tier combatant. For those of us who believe that Zoro is top tier, this was a great chapter because he did something that, like, people are going to discredit this and they're going to be wrong. But we'll get into that for a moment. So the chapter goes on pretty quickly. Actually, the reveal of Orochi being alive, though semi-surprising to some, really the more surprising thing is the beginning of this chapter, because in this chapter, Kinemon and the group that was running after Inuarashi said, "Don't worry about Jack, I'll stop Jack," and I'm like, "You're goddamn right you will, you beautiful man, dog, person, you." But after this, beginning of the chapter, Kinemon and them run into Orochi. And it's hilarious because he's like, ha ha ha, you guys are all beaten up by Kaido. I will avenge, I will destroy. You guys, the remnants of the clan. Did you like Kanjuro? Did you like what I did there? And they literally slice all his heads off. So once again, I believe that Orochi is going to survive this as well. Like, this is the Yamato no Orochi has originally, of course, the Yamato no Orochi had, I believe, 8 heads. So I'm not saying that we're counting each one. This could be more of a Hydra level idea. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clearly cut off in this chapter. If you count 6, he's got 2 heads left. So yeah. The Yamato no Orochi either had 7, I believe it was 8 though. I believe it was 8 heads. It was the 8-headed dragon or serpent. Dragon with the 8 tails and the 8 heads. I think 8 sounds right. 8 sounds right. But either way, it was hilarious because they just show up. They're just like, no time for you. Shing! And each of them, just Kawamatsu, Denjiro, Kinemon, like, they all just, nope, no time for this bullshit, and they just cut right through this guy and keep goddamn well walking. And of course, Fukurokuju Wakaju says, Shogun Orochi, oh my god! And it's like, we have no time to waste on the likes of you, Orochi. You will be judged later, but me and my crew, we're heading out. So get on that. Like, so I like that because we clearly know that Orochi is also going to survive this, right? So this is where Raizo, however, chooses to stay behind and says, "Hello, Fukuroka Waka Waka Wakaju. You, my opinion of you has risen. You remained a loyal fool to the very end." And Fukuroka Juka Waka Wakaju, plus gravy, says, "I would say the same to you." Fair deal. Fair point. He's like, ha, you stayed loyal to a dead fool to the end. It's like, well, Odin? I mean, technically, like, of course, it's insulting to call him, like, a fool or whatever, but either way, you know, they're sort of combating the same idea. But he says, it doesn't matter. You and I are fated to fight, aren't we, Raizo? So it's ninjutsu versus ninjutsu. It's a Naruto battle incoming. And then we jump away. We jump away. So it's Raizo's going to stay behind and deal with Fukuroka Wakaju plus pumpkin spice. And we are going to just move on from there. Because the rest of them, Kiku, Denjiro, Kawamatsu, Kinemon, Nekomamushi, they're all moving on. They're all going forward. So then we jump back, once again, to the rooftop gang. We're jumping back to the rooftop gang. And this is what I was talking about with Zoro and everything. Is that this is something right away. Right away, let's just cheers to being part of the rooftop gang. Like, goddamn. But second off, this is what's going to piss a lot of people off. And I have no idea why. Because here, somebody says, Trafalgar, can't you use your powers to send one of them down below? Like the idea is split them up. Can't you use like room, you know, like move them around? And law states, I would have done that already if I could, but their hockey is so strong, it's impossible to move them. People are going to be pissed about this. But I think they're wrong to be pissed off about this. I think they're absolutely wrong. Oda has shown us, with the introduction of hockey originally, that there are resistances. Like, Logia is not overpowered as long as you know hockey. So why would a paramecia, why would any other fruit be any different? If your hockey is strong enough... Look, at the end of the day, let's assume that let's not even do assumptions. Roger didn't have a devil fruit. That's almost a universal fact. Rayleigh does clearly not have a devil fruit. That is a fact. Garp does not have a devil fruit. Shanks does not have a devil fruit. 4 of the strongest in the last 40 years of One Piece do not have devil fruits. So, are they just lucky that some kid with the Oppi Oppi no Mi never showed up and totally took over their shit? Like, if it was that easy, like... The idea is that, yeah, devil fruits are strong, but you need to build up your own strength to use them. In the same way, if you build up your hockey enough, I never believed, like, if that were the case, Law would be invincible. And that doesn't make sense with the confines of the story. It makes sense that hockey would make them resistant, not just, like, to Logias, but the observation hockey and armament hockey would also make you, it exudes a presence. The Conqueror's hockey, nonetheless, by the way, and that might be, he states the hockey is so strong. They don't state which one, but I could see it either way. First, with observation hockey. With observation hockey, okay, yeah, you use room, but Kaido and Big Mom, super fast. They would move before you could, you know, they would see it in the future and they would move. They would dodge, like dodging bullets. Maybe a little more difficult, but they're Yonko. Their observation hockey is up here. Number 2, with armament hockey, you could say, okay, well, how does that affect it? It's like, well, it affects the ability about Logia users. Maybe they could somehow, with armament hockey, block, or Ryuo, they could block the ability of Room or Chambers or whatever, right? They could block a Paramecia's own attack. Think about it. They block, just because it's a metaphysical attack does not mean it's not an attack or a change, nonetheless. Like, Luffy hits people with Gum Gum Pistol, okay? Gum Gum Pistol, fine dandy. Armament hockey, he hockeys it up, fine dandy. But a better hockey defeats it. It's still a Paramecia. So I'm seeing it on that side too. That one's a little weak maybe, but either way the observation hockey one works well. The armament hockey one is weak but still merit. And then Conqueror's hockey exudes such a presence that even when Luffy was passed out, the beast pirates couldn't touch him. So for God's sakes, Conqueror's hockey against Law. Sorry, I got Conqueror's hockey for the W. So this makes total sense to me. It actually makes total sense because a lot of the strongest characters in the verse could be defeated. If hockey was not a factor, they could easily be defeated. Garp, Roger, Rayleigh, they would have easily been captured or defeated if all it took was the right type of devil fruit to prison them. Or what about the prison no Mi? Right? What about a prison no Mi that locked somebody in a box? Similar to what happens with Kid this chapter. What about somebody who locked them in a box? Alright? You can't get out because I imprison you. Your hockey, fuck your hockey, it doesn't matter. It's like, no, it does matter. You can't imprison someone like that because they can break out of it because it's a devil fruit and hockey is literally the flip side. It's the yin-yang to devil fruit powers. So, there you go. That's my rant about the hockey thing, but I agree with this entirely. This makes total sense that they're just, overall, they have all 3 types of hockey. Their hockey is enormous, and Law has, by the sounds of it, he tried to move them, or he instinctively knows, even if I snap my fingers and try, It's not going to work. They are so resistant. It's sort of like in an RPG where, yeah, fire damages you no matter what. But if you equip enough minus 20%, minus 20%, minus 20% fire damage equipment, yeah, it might only be useful for the fire damage, but at the end of the day, 0 damage to fire. Right? It's like, yeah, you can hit me with fire attacks all day. You can keep smacking me, but I literally, right now, my resistance to fire is 100%. 100, not 99, not 101, 100. So you can't hurt me with fire anymore. It's impossible. And hockey seems to have an overall presence. It just makes total sense to me. I don't know why the fan base is going on this shit. But anyways, we jump into the next part, which is even better for all the Zoro fans out there, because here comes something big. They're like, I trust your core hasn't gotten weak, you old hag. Is like, who do you think you're talking to, boy? And they're like, combo attack. Conquest of the Sea. This time it's bad. Big Mom and Kaido in hybrid form fucking going, all right. Conquest of the Sea, we're attacking together. A double Yonko. Out of half of the world's strongest. Combining their attack. Boom, one shot. No way to avoid it. It looks devastating from the aerial shot. And there's Zoro. 3-sword style. Blocking. And Big Mom and Kaido. They might as well have had the Eneru face with this shit. They're like, wait, what? And Zoro, we're all done for if we lose here. Boom, the blast, he blocks it. It's bigger than the island. The blast is bigger than the island, and he fucking stops it. He takes the hit, and he's on the ground, but he's alive and kicking. Zoro blocked an attack, a combo attack from 2 Yonko. And not like Blackbeard's bullshit or something. No, real Yonko. He blocked Big Mom and Kaido, combined attack, Conquest of the Sea. And he went 3-sword style. Suddenly, God damn it, this fucking hurts. Damn. But he locked it. He stopped it. He survived it. Zoro is the second strongest, bar none. He's stronger than the other 3 for sure. He's stronger than Kid. He's stronger than Killer. He's stronger than Law. No question there. I never questioned that. I always put Zoro as possibly stronger than Luffy. I've always had Zoro and Luffy on a sort of like this when it comes to the power scaling. They are clearly the 2 strongest fighters on the Straw Hat crew. And I've never, ever thought that Zoro was ever weaker than Luffy. At a single point for 1,009 chapters, at no point did I think Luffy can beat Zoro. I never thought that. So, Zoro just proving his mettle right here. Like, goddamn. I'm a Zoro fanboy. I love Zoro, but, I mean, I did not expect this. Impressive as fuck. And even Kaido's like, their voices haven't gone out yet. They got away. Very impressive. Big Mom and Kaido are going like, wow, they survived that? Like, what the hell? And even Big Mom's like, goddamn impressive for blocking that. Like, that was pretty good. So they asked, he says, Zoro, you alive? He's like, oh, well, fuck, ow, 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 ow. But yeah, oh, something that shouldn't have fallen off. But yeah, I think I'm okay. So it's like, what the hell? And even Eustace Kid said, it's insane that you managed to block that. Even if you only blocked it long enough for us to, like, even if you only blocked it for a moment, it blocked it for a second, you still blocked it. You negated the amount of damage. It would have wiped us all out, and you saved us all. So that's fantastic. And then they asked where Straw Hat is, and then friggin' Luffy's just like, fuck this. Zoro? You gonna one-up me? No. And boom. He's like, you attack Zoro? I'm gonna attack you. So he goes in for the gum. He's going in for the Red Rock. But Kaido dodges. And this is a bitch moment. This is just This is just a slap in the face moment for Kaido. He goes, and Luffy's laughing his ass off, and he's like, Red? He's like, did you just dodge that, Kaido? Did you dodge it because if I hit you, it would have hurt? And I'm just like, yes, Luffy even knows how to talk the talk. He's talking the talk, he's walking the walk, but he's talking smack. He's talking that smack. He's just like, oh, you dodged that, did you? Well, then it means you were worried that it was going to hurt if I hit you. It's like, fuck yeah, Luffy, you know how to do this shit. So Kaido attacks him, of course, in retaliation. He dodges and he attacks him in retaliation. He managed to survive it, but even Luffy's hockey, like taking a blow from Kaido, hurts like hell. He's also got a Boro Breath attack in his hybrid form, and it's like, holy shit. He jumps up. He apparently can transform in his hybrid form. He's sort of got half of his tail again. He gets rid of his legs, and all of a sudden he's got the tail. And he uses apparently the attack Conqueror of Three Worlds, Ragnaroku. So at first, in my first translation, this was translated as Ragnarok, but now it's Ragnaroku. So all you Inuyasha fanboys, you all know what I'm talking about. It's Naraku. Naraku will never die. Naraku is back. Kaido using the power of the Shiko and Jewel up in this bitch. And smackdown on Luffy. It looks, and he does hit him by the looks of it, the legs and everything. It looks devastating as hell. We see the black lines of lightning coming out. It looks really deadly. So Zoro, bloody and beaten, but still, I mean, he blocked an attack, a combo attack. I don't give a shit. So he's like, just like, what's going to happen here? But then they end up locking up one of the homies with Room, and using Room and using, so Law and Kid are not out yet. Kid has completed the a crazy like metal container, a box, to, you know, take Prometheus away, it seems. Or no, he takes away Zeus, I believe. Yeah, it's Zeus. Yeah, so he builds the box, he uses Room, he takes Zeus into the box and transports him with Room. So he can't transport like Big Mom and Kaido because their hockey's so powerful, but there's nothing for the homies. So he takes away the homies, puts Zeus in the metal box. Now, of course, it's being metal. He can't really destroy, like lightning, it'll take it on ferrous metal versus non-ferrous metal, and et cetera, et cetera. So then Killer and Zoro decide to go and attack Big Mom and Prometheus. Zoro attacking Prometheus and Killer attacking Napoleon. They decide to attack the other homies. Killer even asks, like, Zoro, you ready for this? He's like, I have to be. There's just no choice. And I was like, that reminds me of way back in the day with the first chapters of Zoro. Just like, you know, or Arlong holding him up like, he fought me. What the hell? Like, just like, god damn. And it's like, nah, Zoro not going to die from that. Even to Yonko Blast? Nah, fam. He fine. And so Big Mom falls down because Killer's attacking Napoleon, and he flame sliced up against Prometheus. So he uses Flame Rend and crossing the six paths, and he's cutting up Prometheus into tiny little pieces, just constantly attacking Prometheus. And meanwhile, Killer is just like grinding against Napoleon and just destroying him. He's just like bam, 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 bam. He's constantly hitting him. So Napoleon's running away. Big Mom cries for them to come back to him, but Zeus is caged up. Prometheus is being cut up, and Napoleon is being attacked constantly. So they're all crying for Mama, help us. This is where, of course, Kid starts attacking Big Mom directly, and Big Mom just goes and attacks Kid and be like, you think taking away my homies? You think you can taking away my homies? You think that that's the only reason I'm powerful? Are you kidding me, Kid? Boom! And I said that, Kid, like literally, but also, you know, in another sense, because it's just like, boys, really? You little children think? Nah. Boom! And just taking them out and just like, no, I am Big Mom. And then, bam, clutch, rappel, boom, throws her up in the air due to the repel, like using the metal as like, gotcha, repel from Kid, throws her up in the air with the repel attack, and then, of course, Law using his telekinesis ability, boom, throws a giant boulder at her, shoving her off the island and just going, you little fools, what does it matter if you hit me with a piece of the island? Like, that does no damage. What are you thinking? And it's like, what? And then there's nothing below her. It's ocean time for Big Mom. No Prometheus, no Zeus, nobody to fly on, nobody to help her. She's gonna fall into the ocean. And I mean, because Zeus is caught, Prometheus, the idea wasn't that you take out the homies, you can deal with Big Mom directly. The idea was, let's even the playing field. We need to be able to, that was the idea, disassemble. We got to split these two up. We can't fight two Yonkos at once, even with the 5 of us. That's not going to happen. We're going to lose. But 5 of us against 1? All right, so we need to take one of them out of the picture. At this point, Kaido is being distracted by Luffy, and they can get rid of Big Mom by doing this. So they throw Big Mom off the goddamn floating island right down into the ocean. And Law even states, if he can't fly down to help her, then that takes care of one of them. That's the end of the chapter. Beautiful chapter. No break. Fantastic. Zoro is coughing. Zoro's in a bad way. He's coughing up blood. I mean, he's in a bit of a bad way, but he also did save their ass. So I'm good with it. I really am. I think they did fine. Apparently some people have said that Law helped Zoro, it seems to take him out of the way. That is possible. It looks like that from the original panels. It's possible that he did do that. It seems that way, like he initially blocked the attack enough to divert its course, and then Law quickly went bang and took Zoro out of there because he would have died, which is fair. It's a double Yonko attack, so I'm not too upset by that if that's the case. But either way, this was a really good chapter. I really enjoyed the chapter. As a Zoro fan, you'd have to enjoy the chapter. There's just no other way to look at it. And as part of the Rooftop Gang, you got to enjoy this goddamn chapter. So I really, I'm just looking forward to chapter 1010. I'm really looking forward to 1010. I'm looking forward to that chapter. So, but what did you guys think of the chapter? What do you think of the review? Like, comment, and subscribe. As always, it's always very much appreciated. Once again, thank you, and shout out to everybody who got me to 500 subscribers. That's really cool. We'll be setting another goal here in the end of April. I don't know what the goal will be yet, but we'll be setting another goal. But in the meantime, let's try to get me to 600 subscribers. I can't promise anything for 600, but let's just try to get me there nonetheless. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to drink responsibly as always. Hope you guys had a great Easter, long weekend, however you celebrate. And this is to you guys. Have a great one. We'll see you back here next time.